I have mixed feelings about the Reggae Boyz Gold Cup squad, and Craig Butler should have kept his mouth shut because everything he said made absolutely no sense.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz. I hear that. Don't know something that Gunnaz may say, but big up Gunnaz.
In this video, I will be sharing my thoughts on why I think Craig Butler's comments were not needed and also a bit hypocritical, as well as share my thoughts on the 2025 Gold Cup qualifier squad for Jamaica to face St. Vincent at the Grenadines at Sabina Park later this month. If you're new to the channel, I am Dicanio, an Arsenal fan who covers everything Reggae Boyz and local football. If you find that you enjoy the content that I do here on this channel, just go ahead and smash that like button. And also, for the 56.6% of people who keep watching the videos and are not subscribed as yet, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Gunnaz community. Remember, people, every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and just smash that like button. Now, starting off with Craig Butler, as he made a few remarks after Lionel Messi's historic night in Jamaica.
Cavaliers FC is not my friend, not my favorite club, and for sure Speid and I don't get along. But I went to the National Stadium and I went to support a Jamaican team and a Jamaican coach playing in this game. What I saw was shocked me. I've been to so many games all over the world, and I've never seen a team, a home team, cheer for the opponent that much, dressed in the opponent's gear. Listen, we can respect Messi, we can rate him, he's the #1 player in the world, one of, because there's Cristiano. But the fact is, you cannot. We should have all been there to support Cavaliers, in Cavaliers gears, or in Jamaica gears, or in nothing at all. But definitely not in Inter Miami gears.
But the first thing that I want to tackle is my claim of his comments being hypocritical, because you can't say that you are not a fan of Cavalier or you are not a fan of Rudolph Speid and you do not like Rudolph Speid, but you are going to the match to support them. It just does not work. Be real, Mr. Butler. You went to the match to see magisterial Lionel Messi. If there was no Messi, you would not be at the game, just like majority of the fans in attendance. Case in point, Cavalier were in the same competition last year and would have loved being able to have the same support that they were shown in that game the other night, back last year when they were playing Cincinnati FC and the stadium was basically empty. And Craig Butler was definitely not in attendance. So what is the difference between last year and this year? The difference is Lionel Messi playing in Jamaica for the first and potentially the last time. And nobody with an ounce of footballing interest wanted to miss that game. So I'm calling it bullshit that you went to that game to support Cavalier, as evidence supports that you only went to the game to support Messi. It is also quite ironic that you are deciding to give Cavalier credit now after refusing to give them credit earlier this year, as well as scolding my fellow colleague Knockings for removing a video he posted with you. And in that same video, you had this to say.
Giving praise when everybody else is giving praise, and it's a popular thing to do because of some success or other. It's just riding the wave. The question of a man's integrity is not how he behaves when things are in his favor. It's how he behaves when things are against him. If it's any game that I don't want to win, I don't want to lose is to lose to Rudolph Speid, because it's important that we keep people's egos in check and let them understand that they're dominating the Premier League in Jamaica is not what is needed for our youth. We need to be putting our players in Europe, and still we've been the ones who've been doing that.
Continue to build.
Respect.
So my question to you, Mr. Butler, is that if you really went to support Cavalier and Rudolph Speid, why is it that all of a sudden you decided to support Cavalier when it is the popular thing to do? I think that it is very clear that you are just riding the wave. Now, to tackle your second point on that the fans should have went to support Cavalier, I think in an ideal world, it would have been perfect And it is something that I wished as well would have happened, because even on this channel, I did implore people to go out and support Cavalier, right? But this is far from an ideal world. The truth is, Cavalier barely has any fans, and that is mainly due to the fact that they are not a community-based team like the Arnett Gardens, the Waterhouse, the Tivoli, etc. So it's quite evident that the 50,000 people in that stadium were not there for Cavalier. And given that this is a club competition, your point about fans going to support Cavalier is ludicrous. It's as if you're telling me that if Arsenal are to host Real Madrid at the Emirates Stadium with the stars like Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius Jr., that the fans all around London, like the Chelsea fans, the Fulham fans, the Crystal Palace fans, and the list goes on, should go ahead and support Arsenal, who are actually their rival team, right? Instead of go to the match to support Vinicius Jr., Mbappe, right, who are actually stars of the game that most of them would not get to see on a regular basis, right? You're basically telling those fans that they should go, right, to support their rival team instead of going to support stars that they barely would ever have a chance to see. And you're not only telling them that they should go to support their rival team, you're also telling them that they should go and wear those colors, go and wear those jerseys. How ludicrous is that? You are literally there telling fans of Arnett Gardens, fans of Harbourview, fans of Waterhouse Football Club, Mount Pleasant, and Mobay to go out and support Cavalier. They are not within their right to do that. If they want to, then fine. But you cannot tell fans who to go out and support, and this is a club competition. If it was Jamaica, right, and Lionel Messi was there, and you see fans in Argentina jerseys, then it would have been different. But this is a club competition. People are spending their money to go and watch a club football match, and you cannot tell them who to go out there and support. No, that is just not going to happen, because this is club football and rivalries are taken serious. You cannot tell Arnett Garden fans, Harbourview fans, Mount Pleasant fans, etc. to go and support a rival team in a cup. They are within their right to go as neutrals or as supporters for the team that their rival is going up against. And if they do decide to go in black and white in support for Cavalier, then that would be great. Like myself, I'm a Racing fan. I'm a Waterhouse supporter, right? But I was at the game in my black shirt supporting Cavalier. However, I would not tell a man that he should do the same. And it is totally up to the individual. Majority of the points that he made, and I think the general point that he was trying to get to, really just painted him out to be a hypocrite, right? With some of the words and behaviors that he had made in the past coming back to bite him. Now, finally, I will share my thoughts on the Reggae Boy squad to face St. Vincent and the Grenadine in our Gold Cup qualifier two-legged affair. We start off with the three goalkeepers, Shaquan Davis, Andre Blake, and Jamali Waite. I think it is cemented and concrete now that those are our top three goalkeepers. And it's going to take some doing to take any one of those goalkeepers out of the squad. However, I do feel that Shaquan Davis is a better goalkeeper than Jamali Waite. So I would elect to have Shaquan Davis as our second choice goalkeeper over Jamali Waite. That's just my opinion, but it doesn't matter because they are all in the squad anyway. So for the defenders, it's a pretty decent squad as well. We have Richard King, Ethan Pinnock, Kyle Ming, Christopher Ainsworth, Dexter Lembikisa, Amari Bell, Joel Latibodir, and Fitzroy Cummings. Richard King, I would say, deserves his spot. Same for Ethan Pinnock, Dexter Lembikisa, Amari Bell, Joel Latibodir. Now the new names that were in for like serious competitions is Kyle Ming, Christopher Ainsworth, and Fitzroy Cummings. Now Fitzroy Cummings' addition is due to the fact that Damian Lowe is out for personal reasons. Kyle Ming is in as a replacement for Tavon Gray, who majority of football fans in Jamaica do not want to see Tavon Gray back in this national team. So Tavon Gray is a week in, week out right back for Mount Pleasant, and he is added to the team to replace Tavon Gray. And then lastly, Christopher Ainsworth is the young lad from Cavalier who is in place for Greg Lay. And again, that's one that I'm happy with because I have been calling for Greg Lay to not be included in any more squads going forward. I don't think he's of the quality. And due to the fact that Amari Bell always is injured, I just don't like that Greg Lay is always starting football matches for the country, especially in those top games. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with that back line. Now for the midfielders, we have Isaac Aiden, Joshua Anglin, Bobby Reid, Sule McCullough, Casey Palmer, and Tariq McGee. Now, I for one was calling for Sule McCullough to be included in this national team setup because I really like to see how he would go about it against a team that is not Trinidad and Tobago. I want to see if he can still show his class. So I'm happy with that addition. And the rest are pretty straightforward. However, I do not agree with the Casey Palmer and Tariq McGee selections, especially Tariq McGee. Well, especially both of them, because the case in point is Casey Palmer should not be selected over Jonathan Russell. Jonathan Russell has been having a tremendous season. So many goals, so many assists, box-crashing midfielder, dominant midfielder, one of the best midfielders in League One this season. And I just think Casey Palmer does not deserve a spot over him. But, however, the coach does seem to prefer Casey Palmer, even though he hasn't done shit for Jamaica. And Jonathan Russell, again, is left out. Tariq McGee, however, should not have been selected. Based on form, last 4 or 5 performances for the national team, he has not been up to par. And his club form has been trash as well. So his inclusion is very, very questionable. However, I have been told from sources very close to Steve McClaren that he sees Tariq McGee as a Jamaican Messi. So someone needs to really go and buy Steve McClaren a new pair of glasses, because if he sees Tariq McGee as a Jamaican Messi, Jamaica is in for a very long time. So I have very mixed feelings with this midfield because I just don't like it, and I don't think players that are there deserve to be there. For example, Casey Palmer and Tariq McGee. Casey Palmer has had so many chances and he's not impressed. And Tariq McGee, he just should not be there. There's no explanation. Tariq McGee should not be in this team. Now heading forward into the forwards, no pun intended. Leon Bailey, Demarai Gray, Shamar Nicholson, Kahim Dixon, and Ronaldo Cephas. Now I think I agree. I believe Warner Brown, my bad people, Warner Brown. So this is a very good selection. As we know, Mikel Antonio is not there, which means Shamar Nicholson steps up to be the #1 striker. Until then, he is in form for his team in Mexico. So yeah, we want to see goals. We need to see goals. We need to get some sort of camaraderie growing on in this team, and we need to win this game by at least 3 goals, people. At least 3 goals. This is St. Vincent, guys. This team should be going out there and annihilating St. Vincent, right? So yeah, the rest are pretty straightforward. Leon Bailey to start, Demarai Gray on the left, Shamar Nicholson up top, and then you have the 3 other forwards who can replace in each position: Ronaldo Cephas, Kahim Dixon, and Warner Brown from Arnett Gardens. That is it for my thought on this Reggae Boyz Gold Cup squad, people. Share your thoughts in the comment section on everything that I had to talk about in this video. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, every single video on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
Big up Gunnaz, I hear that. Don't know some of the Gunnaz myself, but big up Gunnaz.